Hi again, YouTube. So in this one, I'm going to be releasing the part from the mold. And when you do that, you want to cut it a certain way so that you can get the wax out easily. That's usually pretty tough. I was going to use this, but it's a little floppy. Start with a nice fresh blade. Get blades like this. And just install. No one needs to know how to do this, but all right. It's a kind of a right-handed device. Just kidding. It's the excuse lefties have for screwing up with stuff. Anyway, so I did some cuts just to check it out and just kind of poke this thing through. Actually releasing the part is definitely a skill. I knew a guy who was really good at that, and he would have it done in 2 seconds, and it would be really impressive. Yeah, you want to just kind of make your track. And with this one, you can see how deep you can go before hitting your piece. Oh, look, I already did all that. Down to there, okay. I didn't do it on this side though. No, I did. Kind of want to make it like a jigsaw puzzle so it fits back together nice. And you know, the more kind of keys and locks you can make so it fits. So when you fold the mold back together, the beauty of this clear stuff is you just see where your piece is and not damage it or blunt your brand new super sharp scalpel blade. So from here you want to kind of open it up, again making a lot of steps and grooves so that when you put it back together, it randomly has a bunch of I think I need to add a little light to this. Way better. Yeah, this is a one-take deal, so it's not the best. Trying to film this. Already at the object, great. Yeah, Shout out to Leshak from the Jewelers Exchange in San Diego in around 1994. He was a magician doing this. That mold looked like it was cut by a machine. It's not really a big deal. You just want to make it so that when the mold goes back together, it has lots of channels and locks where right, so all right. Oops. Don't cut yourself. And don't touch the mold, the piece you're molding, because once you blunt that blade even a little bit, you almost need a new one. So I kind of did this all wrong already. Should have been much more careful. Pretty sure Leshak would throw this one away. Yeah. That's not the mold. That's a piece of shit. Kind of want to think about how the wax is gonna come out of here. And you also want to think about the path of the wax when you inject this mold. Yeah, this is the first time I'm doing this in almost 30 years, so I'm not doing the greatest job. And hopefully it'll work. So yeah, you want to think about the release of the object once it's a piece of wax, so it'll be a fairly delicate thing. And you also want to think about the path of the liquid wax and chasing the air out properly. Because if there's no place for the air to go, then wax can't take the place of the air. See, I'm just cutting it straight instead of making nice little wiggles. The more of these bumps and craters you can get, the better the mold goes back together. You typically don't want to just go straight through. So this isn't actually the worst thing I've ever seen, but compared to what an expert will do, it's pathetic. So all you jewelry experts out there that know how to do this, okay, hold your applause. That's pretty forgiving, really. But doing it right makes all the difference, as all the craftsmen out there know. This should have been better. This should have been a lot thicker. That was all wrong. Again, first time making a mold in at least 20 years. Well, maybe not. But this kind of mold. Oh, touch the metal. Blunt spot on my blade. Still cutting pretty good. Right, this is where got to think about letting the air escape. I think like molten wax. Just amazing, bubble free, no vacuum. That part is really impressive. This would have been impossible with the previous cold molding silicone I used. You didn't vacuum it, you just have a mold full of bubbles. That's impressive. Okay, well, get the idea with the kind of locking channels where it locks back to itself. And now to free this part. I guess you can just pull it right off and free it later. Maybe shouldn't have done that. I should have thought of that a bit more. See, this would be a fairly delicate piece once it's wax, and you want to give it every chance to come out without a fight. Also, channel air. Make sure air can get to all the parts of the mold. And definitely just cut towards yourself. That's safe. Give the air a chance to get through here and back over through there. And that should be a nice release. And now for the last part. Oops. Yep. Don't want to hear that. Even the dog didn't like that noise. Nice fresh scalpel blade against metal. Crunch. Oh yeah, people cut themselves doing this. And hit the metal again. I gotta think, yeah, it's gonna be a really thin piece of metal. Needs a easy way out. Oops. Oh dear. Not good at all. So, probably gonna get rid of this, and that won't matter too much. Well, that's that. The Czech would call this a shit job. I would say you are right, sir. There's no way of taking away this part of the belt buckle without destroying the belt buckle. So now I just gotta make it look like this never happened. And if you have to get rid of a piece of the mold, then you have a ton of wax. That is some nice stuff. Okay, well there it is. Sorry about the 17-minute video. This can be done with a lot more skill than you just saw. So, I'm sure there's videos on YouTube on how to do this properly. Yeah, you're gonna have to put some air channels all over the place, like here. But anyway, hope everyone gets the idea. Anybody looking to actually learn something? Sorry. But yeah, unless the next video will be injecting this with wax. So, damn, should have definitely. Well, this was the first one, and I learned something. I suppose I learned something, and I can start over maybe. No blade damage. And take all this crap off. Oof, yeah, it's gonna be tough. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you. Thanks for watching.